Assalamu alaikum. A blissful morning to everyone. Hope everyone is fabulous. We will start the best topic today, that is tenses. And here we go. Before starting tenses, we should know that every verb has 4 forms. I make it simple. We call them first form, second form, third form, and fourth form. We can call them with different names. We can say present, past, past participle, and present participle. But I want to make it easy for you. So I say first form, second, and third, and fourth. We also call them V1, V2, V3, and V1 plus ing. Why V1 plus ing? Because this fourth form is actually V1. To add it ing, it becomes the fourth one, V1 plus ing. But I make it simple. I say first form, second form, third, and fourth form. Every verb has 4 forms. If any verb doesn't have 4 forms, that's not a verb at all. It doesn't apply only to this English. It applies to all the languages. I am a linguist by profession, so I know in Arabic also we call that gardan. We call that verb forms. And in Arabic we have more than 4 forms, but every single verb has at least 4 forms. So when we ask a definition of a verb, what is a verb? Some students say this is action, but I tell them it's not only action, it is sometimes feeling also. When I say I like someone, I don't do any action, but this is a feeling also. When I say I live somewhere, I don't walk, I don't actually do any action, but I reside there, I live there. That means verb is not only action, it is more than that. So to make it simple, we say a verb is that word which has 4 forms, which is conjugated. Conjugated here means, it means 4 forms. It means different forms of a verb. That's called conjugation. I have enlisted here 100 verbs with their 4 forms. So you have to go through it. You have to check what are the 4 forms of cut, put, cut. If you don't know the 4 forms of cut, if you say sometimes yesterday I cutted something, that will not be correct because you have to learn what are the 4 forms of cut. Some children do it. They say, Dad, yesterday I cutted something. So they have to go through these verb forms first. These are 100 in number total. If we go through all, these are other verb forms till 30, and here 59, some other verbs as well. So why do I categorize them in different boxes? The reason is some are regular verbs, some are irregular verbs. By regular, I mean that they are easy to remember, because put, 4 forms are put, putting, easy. So they are regular verbs. Easy verbs are called regular verbs. Play. Even the children know that you have to add ed to the verb. Play, played. And walk, walked. You have to add ed to it, and they know it. The children even know it. So these are regular verbs. But these verb forms, like which have first and second and third forms same, they are not many in number. In English, there are only 5 or 6 or 7, not more than 10. I've been teaching English now for 10 years. I've never seen there are more than 10 verbs which are almost first and second and third form is same. No, only these few. Okay? But majority of the verbs in English are these regular forms which are ed. You have to add ed to the second form and ed to the third form. That becomes second and third form. Okay? And fourth form is easy. You have to add ing. That becomes fourth form. Now we will move towards irregular verbs which have different forms which you have to memorize. These are, number 1, teach. We have a pen here. Thank you. We have teach. This time, some children, you will notice that they say, yesterday my teacher teached me something. They add ed to it also. But that's not correct, because you have to memorize some verb forms, because these are irregular verbs. Irregular verbs they are not simple. You have to remember what are their second and third form. So teach has teach, taught, teaching. Fourth is always ing. You have to add ing to the first form. That becomes fourth form. These two are easy. But the second and third form will be either same sometimes ed, sometimes second and third form is same but not ed. You have to go through, you have to check what is the second and third form. Catch, caught, catching. Many students say, yesterday I catched a ball, because they think all the verbs in English are regular, adding ed and ed. That's not correct. Okay, so moving swiftly on, we can move here, lose. There are some students, they get confused, lose and loose. Lose is a verb here which has four forms: lose, lost, losing. But another loose word which is L-O-O-S-E, that is not a verb, that is adjective. I say my shoes are loose, my pants are loose, my shirt is loose. So that's adjective, that's a quality, not a verb. Okay, that's pronunciation is also different. This is loose with z sound, but that's loose, that's s sound. And moving ahead, and this verb win, we cannot say winned. We can say win, won, winning. Hope it's clear, okay? And the most irregular verbs are these. These are totally irregular verbs. Why? Because the first form is different, second is different, third is different, fourth is obviously you have to add ing to the first one. Okay, what are these? You can see here, begin, this 34th. It is here, begin, this one. Begin, began, begin, began, begun, beginning. So you can say today I begin something, yesterday I began something. We cannot say yesterday I beginned something. Oh, and forget, forgot, forgotten. And one similar thing in all the third forms is majority of them add with en. Like forgotten. That's easy to remember. Taken, ridden. Okay, that's easy. But one typical part which can come in the exams most of the time, they don't ask the easy ones. They know that you already know them. They ask some tricky ones. The tricky one will be this one. Beat. Why is it tricky? Because the first form and the second is written as same, but the pronunciation is different. It is beat, bait. Pronunciation is different. Okay, that's why they ask these things. And this is also tricky. Become. Why is it tricky? Because the first form and the third are same. They are not different. First and these are not many verbs. These are few verbs in English which have first and the third same. This is become, became, become. And come is also come, came, come. That's also first and third is same. Drink, drank, drunk, drinking. At least you should go through all these 59 verbs, 60 almost, and these are the basics. Then you can practice the tenses and active, passive, and other things. And one most tricky question which can come, which obviously I have seen some of the KSIS exam papers which they give, is 60th. The last one is be. They give the question from what are the four forms of be is the largest verb in English, because be has first three forms: is, am, are. These are only first forms. Second form is was and were. Was and were. Third is been, and fourth is being. What is special about be forms is these are used as helping verbs also. These are used in active, passive also. These are used everywhere. So that's why you will get this question most of the time. Even if I make any question paper, I will definitely give one question from the be. I will not easily give drive, drove, driven, driving. That's easy. I can give the question from become, became, become. I want to check whether you know the third form of become or not. If you say become, became, becomen, that's not correct. So I have to check, have you gone through with all of these verb forms? That's it. This was just the verb forms. It applies to all the languages. If you don't know the forms of the verbs, at least 50 verbs, 100 verbs, we cannot proceed. We cannot go ahead with tenses. isn't it? Okay. I'll stop it here. I will jump to the tenses. I will pause it here, okay? Okay. I'll pause it here. Just a second. Okay, this is the tenses. We will start now. Tenses, we have 3 tenses: past, present, future. It applies to all languages also, because I told you that I'm a linguist, so I check with other languages also. That gives you confirmation. So in tenses, we have past, present and future. But before that, we will start. Every sentence needs these 3 words. We need a subject, we need a verb, and we need object. In Arabic also, we say mubtada, we say fi'l, fa'il, maf'ul. In Arabic also. So here we need subject, verb and object. What is a subject? To make it easy for you, it is any noun in the world. Noun is a table, board, we have laptop, we have projector, everything. Any noun in the world is a noun. And you also can need sometimes a pronoun. Pronouns are only fixed. If you ask Shakespeare, please get up and tell us how many pronouns are there, he'll say only 6. But nouns, he cannot tell you. Even modern projectors, new nouns, he cannot tell you, because these are some new nouns. Nouns keep on adding. We cannot say there are 10,000 nouns. You can imagine how many things are there in the world. So there's that many nouns are there. But pronouns are only 6. We start with I. We say I, because we say in English also that charity begins from home. So we say I am a boy, I ask you some question. So I start from my I. But now as a classroom, we are we. So these are 2 pronouns now. Now from another classroom, one boy will come and he will ask us anything. So he is you. We will tell him you, one person. This is 3rd pronoun. 4th pronoun will be you all. You all, please go outside. We don't have time. How many pronouns? I, then we as a classroom, then you, one person, and you all. And now someone is on the phone, online. He will be either a male, I will say he. If she is a female, then she. If it is a computer or robot, so we'll say it. If there are many, they. Is this clear? There is not even one extra pronoun, only them. Now they add, in Canada, etc., they'll add some new pronoun, but we don't accept that, okay? So we say only these pronouns. And nouns, how many? Millions and trillions. So what is a subject now? A noun or a pronoun? Choose any noun in the world, any pronoun you require for a sentence. Now, what is a verb? I discussed, in the previous topic, I discussed a verb has 4 forms. Not only in English, other languages, Kashmiri, Urdu, Punjabi, everywhere. 4 forms. You have to choose any verb form. Now, why do we require tenses? The reason is if we have first form, second form, third and fourth, you'll get confused where to use first form, where to use third form, where. That's why we need tenses topic. Tenses will tell us where should you use first form, where second, where third. That's why tenses is necessary. The third is object. That's also super easy. Why? Because subject and object are nouns or pronouns. It's mentioned here. It is noun or a pronoun. What is a verb? Any 4 forms. Is this clear that every sentence needs 3 words? A subject, verb, object. What is a subject? A noun or a pronoun. Pronouns are only 6. Nouns are millions. You can choose any one. Verb forms. Where will you get the verbs? I gave you 60 verbs with their 4 forms. Choose from them. Then object is any noun or a pronoun. But here the difference between subject and verb and object is this object depends on the verb. If you say I cooked, this time you cannot say a car. You have to say something eatable item which you can cook. I ate, you cannot say pen. You have to say something eatable which we eat. If you say I drive, you have to say something which can be driven. Is this clear? So this object is dependent on which verb. Is this clear? Okay. Moving ahead. Now we will move to tenses. These are simple explanations of the tenses. You can go through and it's easy to go through it. I will jump to tenses. This is tenses. Tenses actually means time. We have 3 times. Past, when I was a child. Present, I am here in front of you. In future, I will be somewhere. Okay? What are the 4 tenses of past? Are past simple. We start with past simple. We again have these fingers. Why has God given us these fingers? We can make it understand to you first, second, third, fourth. Okay? So it will be easy for you to remember. Past simple. I will show you like this. We simply are here. So this is simple tense. Then we continuously walk. This is past continuous tense. Then we finished a journey. This is perfect. Perfect means finished. Simple, then continuous, then perfect. But we want to continue more, so perfect continuous. Some path you have perfected, some you are still continuous. So to remember this is easy to remember. Simple tense, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous. Is this clear? Same for present. Present simple, present continuous, present perfect continuous. Same for future. Future simple, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So we have to memorize these tenses first. Now we will check which form of verb will we use in simple tense, which in this continuous, which in future, which in this, so that we will say anything we write, we should have 100% confidence that our sentence is correct. That's not even a single error. Moving ahead. I again want to remind you that there are regular verbs, irregular verbs. Regular verbs are easy to remember because their first, second, third form is easy to remember. Hurt, hurting. We cannot say, yesterday I hurted something. That's not any word like hurted. Delete, deleted, deleting. These are easy for the children also, but these are somehow arduous and difficult for them because they have to memorize the second and third form are different. Like eat, ate, eaten, eating. Drive, drove, driven, driving. Catch, caught, catching. These 2 are same here. These 2 are different here. Write, wrote, written. So regular, irregular. Hope this is clear. Okay. But I told you again, this be verb is something special. It has 3 first forms. Like we have this finger, but inside this finger, there are 3 boxes like this. So we say is, am, are. These are used as helping verbs also. We will understand that time. Was and were, and then been and being. And here is a simple formula which you have to understand. If you understand this simple formula, your tenses will be clear forever. The way I teach is I want that you should not need someone else also after the explanation of these tenses, because I make it simple. The best teaching methodology is to make the things easy. If I keep on adding some difficult vocabulary, I don't want to show up like I will say the straitjacketed canon of so-called materialism could be entailed and presupposed, but that doesn't make any sense to some people. They don't understand what I mean. I mean simple language to understand what actually tenses are. I told you there is first form, second form, third and fourth form. Now I will tell you where to use this first form. This first form, you have to remember it's used in present simple and future simple. I will show the graph also. Here, I'm just randomly telling. First form is used in present simple and future simple. Second form is used only in past simple, this one. And third form, because it is perfect tense, it's used in all perfect tenses. And last form is used in all continuous tenses. Now I will show you that graph where it will be easy for you to remember. With the color code, you will easily understand why are they in different colors. We have 4 apples, but the students are 12. We have to divide these 4 apples into 12 students. When this second form is taken by one student, when one apple is taken by one student, so obviously this another apple will be distributed in more than one students, isn't it? So that's why this tense, here we use second form of verb, and in these two we use first form. That's why they are in different color. And in these 3 we use ing form, fourth form. I will show you another slide that will be easy for you to understand the forms of the verbs here. It's written here first form, it's written here first form, it's written here second form. When we have only 4 forms, first form is, remember, you have to use them in present simple and future simple. Second form is only used in past simple. Now obviously only 2 forms are there, so this third form is used in all perfect tenses, and this ing form is used in all continuous tenses. This is a simple formula. If you listen to this video again and again 3 times, it will be clear to you, because simple I can keep on repeating, nothing new, same. First form is used in present simple and future simple. This second form is used only in past simple. This third form is used in all perfect tenses. Perfect, third are like synonyms, same. Wherever you hear the word perfect, when I say past perfect, you should say third form. Whenever you hear this word perfect, then third form. Perfect, third form. And whenever you remember continuous tense, use ing form, the fourth form. Okay, this is a simple formula. Continuous, ing form. Continuous, ing form. But here is one more thing. Here is this tense is perfect also, because I told you simple, continuous, perfect. But this tense is perfect also and continuous also. Then you have to use both. You have to use third form also, ing form also. That's the point. So that's why it's written here third form plus ing form. Why? Because it's perfect also and continuous also. Perfect, then third form. Continuous, then ing form. But here I will add one more thing here. Third form, you can take any verb in the world, like driven, like eaten, any verb in the world. But this, here, this third form in these 3 tenses is only the third form of be, that is been. But ing form is anyone. Ing form is listening, singing, remembering, any ing form. But the third form is not random, it's just fixed one. That's been, been. So how will you remember that this tense is perfect continuous tense? Whenever you see the word been. Okay? And to remember all these future tenses, these 4 tenses, the simple word to remember is will. If you remember the word will, this will be future tense. Either future simple, future continuous, future perfect. Now I will ask you how to remember that this tense is confirmed a future tense. Through which word? Will. Which word will tell you this is definitely perfect continuous tense? Either past perfect continuous, present perfect continuous, future. What is that single word? Been. Is this clear? Okay. Now if I ask you, I will remove this first. If I ask you what is the full structure of this tense, this time I am telling you the structure of the tenses, then I will move towards the function where to use past simple, where to use present simple, where to use future simple. But this time I am not showing you where to use. I am telling you what is the structure of past simple, present simple, future simple, and all these tenses. It is now super easy. Why? Because if you remember these verb forms, subject you already know any noun in the world, object you know any noun in the world, simple. So you need a subject, any verb form which is already written on the board, and any object. Now if I ask you what is the structure of past simple is subject plus which form of verb? Second, you can write F also, second form plus object. Simply if I ask you what is the structure of present simple is subject plus First form plus object. What is the structure of future simple? You have to add will also. Subject plus will plus first form plus object. Now I'll ask you, what is the structure of past continuous? Just give it a try. What shall I write here? What? Subject plus which form of verb? Yeah, you call it ing form of verb, fourth form of verb. Ing form is easy because it ends with ing. We write ing plus object. Same, nothing new. Because here also subject plus ing form plus object, subject plus will also here, okay? Now here, what is the structure? Subject plus third form plus object. What is the structure here? Subject plus third form plus object. Is this clear? Same for here, but you have to add one extra thing, that is will. The structure of the last one, if you can do this, we are done with the structure of the tenses forever. That is subject plus third form plus ing form plus object. Same for this, but here you have to add will. That's clear. You have to remember them. Subject is necessary in all the sentences in the world. If there is any sentence without a subject, that's not a correct sentence. If there is any sentence without an object, that normally is not a full sentence, okay? There is one topic that's called intransitive verb. That time we don't need object, but normally we need an object, okay? Subject, verb, object. Which subject? Any noun in the world. Bulb or table, anything. Which object? Any verb in the any object in the world, like car, okay, laptop, anything. But which form of the verb? This list you have to remember. Where to use second form? Where to use second form? Which tense? Just check from past simple. Where to use first form?
Present simple.
Where to use third form?
Future.
In all perfect tenses. Where to use ing form? In all continuous. If there is a tense perfect continuous, we have to use both third form plus ing form. Is this clear? Okay. I'll pause it here for a while. Okay, welcome. We are now giving the practical examples of the sentences now, because we have to frame English sentences. If you can make even one sentence, then you can make 100 sentences, because the structure is same, nothing different. I told you any subject in the start. I took my friend's name Zahid. Okay, I wrote here Zahid. Now which form of verb? Eat is the verb. Will you write eat or ate? Ate, because that's the second form of eat, because it needs second form. And object. Now eatable item, because it's about eat. So you cannot give something non-eatable item. Subject, verb, object. 3 words are needed in all languages, not only in English, Arabic also. Here also we write subject plus verb. I will tell you this S later in functions of tenses. And here object. Here is will extra, isn't it? Otherwise there is no difference, yeah? And remember, this S is only used in this tense. There are 12 tenses, not in this tense, only in this tense. Okay, and here same, nothing new. Why this ing form? Because this is continuous tense. Why this third form? This is perfect tense. Okay. Now one extremely important thing which we have to understand is helping verbs. You can ask, when we have here subject plus which form? Third form plus object. Here also we have subject plus third form plus object. You can ask me then, how can we recognize this is past perfect tense, this is present perfect? How will we understand? Both have subject plus third form plus object. Yes, we need some extra thing that's called helping verbs. That's why grammarians have given them the name helping verbs. They help us understand. Actually, you will never understand with these 3 words, you will never understand which tense is it. But you will understand with the use of helping verbs. I will show you now the chart of helping verbs. This tense has separate helping verb, this has separate, And if you remember that helping verbs, the tenses topic The structure is clear for you forever. Moving ahead to the helping verb slide, and that is just a second. That is here, this one. Why is there no helping verb? That's why they call it simple tense, because we don't have any tension of helping verbs. Here also no helping verb, but here is a helping verb, was or were. Was is used with singular, were with plural. And what is the difference between is, am? I know that you are advanced level students, so you know is, am, are singular and are is plural, and am is only used with I. And be is here the helping verb in future continuous tense. Here is only had, only here have or has, and here have. This is same. Only had, have or has, or have. If I hide the top tenses and bottom tenses, you only have to remember from here to only this much, yeah? Only these 6 tenses you have to remember. I simply ask, why do I exclude the top 3? Because they don't have helping verbs. Why do I exclude the lower 3? Because they have the same helping verb. Okay? They have, have, has, had. So why to repeat? So only these tenses you have to memorize. There is no shortcut for some of the things. You have to remember past continuous is was or were, present continuous is, am, are, future continuous be. Now, if I ask you the full structure of any single tense, you have to tell me now full. Subject also, helping verb also, ing form, third form, which form, and object. Can you tell me what is this what is the structure of present simple? It is subject plus first form plus object. No helping verb. And here it will be different. We have to add helping verb also. Now subject plus these 3 is, am, are. Okay, that's here. Plus which form of verb? Continuous. Whenever you hear continuous, then ing form. Ing form plus object. Here was one extra word. What was that in these 4 tenses? Will. So subject plus be, helping verb, plus will was before that, okay? So this was will plus ing form plus object. What is the structure of past perfect? Subject plus helping verb had plus third form plus object. What is the structure of this? Subject plus have or has plus third form plus object. Now there is a difference. This is only had, this is have or has. You will recognize now. If I simply ask you few sentences, you should just guess which tense is it out of 12 tenses. I say, for example, I was waiting for you. Which tense is it? Guess. I was waiting for you. Check the helping verb I use. With that, you will understand which type. Past continuous. Was is used in past continuous. I was. If I say I am, present continuous. This one. If I say I have, present perfect. I had, past perfect. If I use will, you have easy now, only future. If I use I will have, future perfect. Okay? I will have been. There was one extra word which I told you in last 3 tenses, that is been. And what is here needed? Will. I will tell you the difference between will and shall, may and might and could and ought to in the next topic, but that's modals, that's next topic, okay? But this time we will not mix it, it will be difficult to understand. It's easy now. If I tell you any sentence, you should recognize which tense is it. If I say, I had been waiting for you. I said had been. So been, it will be out of these 3. But if I said had, this is this tense. Past perfect continuous. I will have been. I said will have. This one. I will have been. So you easily recognize which tense is this. But one extra thing I will tell you, because you can ask why isn't there helping verb? We actually do not need helping verb in normal sentences, but when we make a question, that time we need a helping verb. That time the helping verb will be did. Okay? And for present, do. And future doesn't need. It already has will be used as a helping verb that time. Okay? This is the full-fledged structure of the tenses. I don't think you need some extra stuff to understand the structure of tenses, because you should know there are three words which are needed subject, which are needed. One is subject, then a verb, then object. Subject, any noun in the world. Zahid, Abid, Salman, anyone? Because these are my friends' names, so I say Munir, Bilal, these are my friends' names, so I say these names. You can say anyone. And object, any noun or a pronoun. But verb, these. If you need some more help, then helping verbs. This is the full structure of the tenses. Okay? And I will now give you some examples, and then you will easily recognize, if you open any book and start practicing which tense is this, when you can recognize this is this tense, that's the first stage. Next stage is, I will tell you, now you make a sentence. I give you a tense name, I will say past continuous. You have to make a sentence. Okay, that's next. This time I am making sentences. You only have to recognize, is this correct? When I say here was, that's correct. Subject plus was plus ing form plus object. Which subject? Any. Zahid is my friend. And was, because it's past continuous. Ing form, eating. And food, obviously, because eating is related to food. Here also I have used only is. There is a difference between now this tense and this. You will recognize. This is not now mixed. This is not same. They are different. Was, is. And here is will. And be also. And here is had, has, will have. It is had been, has been, will have been. So helping verbs will differentiate, because Zahid is used in all tenses. Eat is used in all tenses. Food is used in all tenses. What is the difference? Helping verb. Helping verb makes the difference. So there will be one question here in the exam, for example, which word makes the difference in all of these tenses? The answer will be, the question is, what do you think is the difference between all of these tenses? Subject is not the difference. Zahid is everywhere. So the difference is helping verbs. Is this clear? And now there are some quiz questions, if you can do them, and I'll see if you can do them. The first question is, if you see, the structure of past simple is subject plus second form plus object. I ate pizza. This is a practice. This is not a quiz. This is first practice. Then I'll ask you next slide. This is subject plus first form plus object. I drink milk. Subject plus will or shall. Leave shall this time. We'll do in modals. This time will only, okay? Subject plus will plus first form plus object. Subject is I. I said not only noun, pronoun also. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. Any pronoun. And will and first form of play. And obviously if you play, you cannot use eatable item. You have to use some game here, okay? Same for this. Nothing new. It's same. Easy, super easy. And now is a quiz. My first question is, the structure of future simple is it subject plus will plus second form? Is it subject plus shall plus will or shall, same, plus second form? Everybody is saying no, yeah? Because this is not second form. Is it object plus will plus first form? Here we go. Is it correct? No, it also has a problem because it's not object in the start. It is a subject. That you have to keep super vigilant. Here it should be subject, not object. That's why the last option can be correct. None of these, they're all wrong. They will not give you super easy questions. They'll ask you some tricky, arduous questions which you have to be super vigilant, isn't it? And now, so this was none of these. Now next is dash is used to show future sign, which is that one word that shows is a future tense. Will, obviously. Where is the option? D option. Isn't this? Easy question. But that will be easy only when you listen to this. Lecture. Okay. Moving ahead. Next question is to you. This was the answer. Is there any doubt here? Now next question is the structure of future continuous. Whenever you hear the word continuous, which form to use? First, second, third, or ing? Ing. Whenever you hear the word perfect, will you use first form, second, third, or ing? Third form, obviously, okay? The second form is only used in past simple, first form is used in present simple and future simple. That formula, if you listen to that clearly and then understand, analyze, then it's not difficult. It's only these four forms you have to adjust. Okay? So the question is, the structure of future continuous is subject plus will. In future, do we use will? So subject is correct, yeah? Will is also correct. In future continuous, do we use second form or ing form? Ing form. That's correct. So this is not correct. This is not correct. Is this correct? Subject plus shall plus second form. It also has second form. We use ing form, not second form. Third is, do we start with object? That you have to be super cautious, and none of these is the answer. And dash is used as a helping verb in future continuous. One word which is used in all future tenses, that is will, but helping verb is different. Yeah, that's B. I told you the chart of the helping verbs. If you go through that, just consume at least 3-4 minutes to remember the helping verbs. There's no shortcut to some things. Some things we have shortcut, like we use these tenses structure to understand, to make millions of sentences. But for some things there is no shortcut. That's the helping verb topic. There is no shortcut to helping verbs. You have to remember what is the helping verb of past continuous, present continuous, future continuous, and that's it. Okay, the answer is B was the helping verb for this one, and this was the full structure of the tenses. If this is clear to you, this was the answer, okay? And here are some more quizzes which you can do, obviously. That's a kind of homework for you. Okay, here is one question. This one. Been is a compulsory helping verb in all these perfect continuous tenses. Is this true or false? It's true. Yeah, it's easy. If there is any doubt, which you think is difficult, we do not understand, it's over the head, it is arduous, it's complex, but do you find it easy, or you only, one thing that's for surety, you only listen to this video not once, at least twice, then the things will be clear. I don't think I miss anything because this is the all structure of the tenses. Can you guess which tense is it now? Check the helping verb. Whenever there is ing form, you have to say continuous. That's correct. Present continuous. Which tense is this? Will shows future. B shows continuous. And this also shows continuous. There are two reasons why this is future continuous. Which tense is this one? Yeah, this shows perfect, third form, and this is used in past. Past perfect. Which tense is this?
Present.
Yeah, present simple. Your favorite is this S. Yeah, you will recognize with this S. Where do we use this been? This is the last three tenses. But is this past, present, or future?
Future.
Future needs will. So this is not future.
Past perfect continuous.
Past needs had. Present needs have. So this is present. In normal life also we know that have is present. I have a brother. We say I had in the past. This is clear. If you can recognize which types of tenses are these, then it's easy. Then the next level is I give you the tense and you have to make a sentence, form a sentence. Is this clear? Okay. Moving ahead, and these are the answers. Okay. And these are extra quiz links online. You can click on them and be overconfident and extremely confident while going through. Nothing new is there. The practice of all these things, what I explained here in the lecture. Okay. This is advanced tenses, difficult tenses, the quiz. These are the quizzes. Okay. That's all about the structure of the tenses. Now, regarding tenses is the functions of the tenses. I told you what is the structure of past perfect, present perfect, all these 12 tenses. Now, I'll tell you where to use past. That's the main thing. And that's the main thing where they ask the questions from. Where to use past continuous, where to use future continuous. That also is a simple formula. If you remember that, that will be easy, okay? Okay?